Hi everyone. I have not been doing as many Facebook Lives because I've noticed less people are watching them, and I think Facebook is trying to get me to pay. So I took a couple days off. If you would like to do some work today on your neck and jaw, if you have tension headaches or jaw pain or tinnitus, this can be useful. So I hope you'll practice with me. Let's just start with a minute of noticing our bodies. Okay, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Hi guys, welcome. Let's just start by taking our hands. Please wash your hands before you do this. And we'll take our fingers into this V shape, and we're going to take one finger in front of our ears and the other finger behind, like so. And we'll start with really light touch. So in craniosacral therapy, we talk about it as the weight of a dime, very tiny. So you could just imagine that your fingers are gliding on the top skin of water. And maybe you'd like to move your fingers, but maybe you just want them to be still. And you might notice, even with stillness, that there's just some light fascial movement that, the fascia can move under your fingers on its own. And then if you like, you could take your hands down toward your chin. Just gently. With this sort of slippery movement down toward our chin. You can just notice how that feels. And then maybe you'd like to take these two fingers here in front of your ears. This is your temporalis muscle. It fans out from your ears like this. And it can feel nice to just place our fingers there on our temporalis muscle really lightly and really gently. You can choose how much pressure, but lighter is probably better. And you can take your fingers away and just notice how that feels. Then what we can do is we can take our fingers here on our earlobes, and you can give them a little pull. Just noticing what it's like when you pull your ears away from each other. I'm noticing a little release in my jaw when I do that. And you can stay here, or you can crawl your fingers further up your ears. So you could go up part way like that and pull on your ears like this. Just imagining a nice spacious mind. And then you could stay where you are, or if you like, you could take your fingers up to the very tops of your ears and pull them sort of back and away from each other like this. I'm imagining like little Spock ears. So just making some space in your brain and in your mind. We're pulling a little bit on the fascia here and hopefully allowing our skull to have a little more space. And then when you're ready, you can take your fingertips right here behind your upper ear, just like that. And some people find this area even more sensitive, so it's up to you. Again, how much pressure. Lighter is generally better. And I'm giving it a little kind of upward push with my fingers. And you could stay there if you like, or you could give it a tiny little circles above your ears. Just noticing if there's the same kind of movement on the right side as the left. You might notice that the quality on each side is a little different. Hi, Donna. And then you can take your fingers up here to your scalp. And you could try just giving some light touch. And again, maybe just resting your fingertips here is plenty. I haven't had someone scratch my head in a while. So maybe you'd like to be still, or maybe you'd like to give just a little bit of movement. You could imagine just a little scalp massage here. And you could keep your fingers there if you like, or you could take your hands a little bit further back on your head. Just giving a nice light touch, and then maybe a little bit of movement from side to side. You could also take your fingers, like 3 fingertips like this, right above your eyebrows. Just like that. And then just gently, you'll give a tiny little slide up right here along the frontal part of your face. You could imagine that the skin on your face could just gently slide upward. And again, it's really light pressure. And then perhaps you'd like to take 2 fingers and place them here between your eyebrows. You could just start with a little bit of pressure here and gently slide upward with your fingers. It can also feel really nice to give this area a little circular massage. Maybe in the opposite direction. And then you can take your fingers down and just notice how that feels in your head and your face. And then you could try taking your hands and just resting them on the sides of your neck. We have this really thick muscle here called your sternocleidomastoid, and it goes here behind your ear all the way down through your neck and here to where your sternum and your clavicle meet. So it's really big neck muscles. And sometimes just giving that a little bit of warmth. So you could place your hands right here. I'm feeling a little bit of a slight upward pressure with my middle fingers up against the back of my ears, so I could imagine the top of the muscle sliding up, my jaw relaxing. Just light touch. And then lastly, we can just finish with these muscles here right in our jaw. So we have these masseter muscles and we can kind of slide our hands down to our jaw. And again, you don't have to dig in, right? You can just go easy. Then one last thing, I know I thought I was done. You could take your fingers into this little triangle here on your temporalis. So you've got 1, 2, 3 fingers on either side. And then you could imagine almost like a wheel on either side of your head. You're going to slightly turn that wheel forward and back. So just giving a little rotation of your fingers. And again, there's no need to force the movement, right? Just easy. And then as you're ready, you can take your hands down. We'll just take a minute of noticing how we feel now. Thanks for joining. Take care of yourself. Take care of your community. Bye.